I've been building my own home alarm systems since I started electronics when I was 8 years old. I found this video of an alarm system I made in 2003. It's nearly 16 years ago. I lived in a unit above a shop in Cairns and had an alleyway to access the property, and I used to get a lot of uninvited guests in the alleyway. So what I set up was a motion sensor at the start of the alleyway. I then modified a video cassette recorder so that my control circuit would press the record button and the stop button on the video cassette recorder. And I had no way of putting a timestamp so I'd know what time the event happened. So if you look in the top right, you can see the wall clock. So when I played back the videos at the end of the day, I could see what time people had come and gone from the property. And at night time, there was a nice screaming alarm. If someone entered the alleyway, then they would trigger this alarm and they would be chased out. Now in 2019, technology has progressed a long way in 16 years. So what I'm using as the heart of my system now is a Siemens PLC, or Programmable Logic Controller, that I write software or code onto, and it does all the things that I want it to do. So this uses a photoelectric beam, or PE beam, that goes across the front driveway, and if someone triggers the beam, if they interrupt the beam, then that creates a number of actions. So first of all, it sets off the beep 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 inside, so we know someone is at our front gate. It also sends me an email. So if I'm at work or not at home and someone enters the property, then I get an email alert. And if it's at night time and someone interrupts the beam, then it also triggers a light to turn on, which is handy in the dark when you're getting in and out of the driveway. Another great feature that I'm using with this PLC is to control the automatic roller door. So the PLC is an internet connected device. It's a smart device. It has an IP address, and I can use my mobile phone to open and close the roller door. I put the dogs away in the garage at night so they don't bark at possums the entire night, and they need to be let out in the morning. So what I've done is I've programmed a time of day in the morning for the garage door to open, and the dogs always go running out quite happily, and then the door closes again. Another feature I've built in is that it's possible when you leave the house to accidentally bump the garage door remote control if it's in your pocket, and the garage door will open and you'll be at work the entire day not realising that the garage door has been left wide open. So what I've programmed in is that if the door is not closed, after 30 minutes it will automatically close. And I can tell if the door is open or closed using these limit switches. So I have two reed switches. One is for the door in the open position, and the other is the door closed position. The next feature I've built into my little project is the home alarm system. So what this does is, if certain events trigger the alarm system, then it will set off a siren. I've just got it set for a 10-second beep at the moment, but it will go up to a loud siren. So there's a few events that can trigger the alarm system. If you open the side gate when the system is armed, it will trigger the siren. If the PIR motion sensor in the garage picks up movement, it will trigger the siren. If the PIR sensor in the house picks up someone in there, it will also trigger the siren. The alarm system will arm and disarm itself, so between say midnight and 5 AM it automatically arms itself in the garage. When we're away at work, it automatically arms itself. And using the web interface, I can manually arm or disarm the system from anywhere, and I can also trigger the siren if I see someone snooping around that shouldn't be there. And the final feature that I've built into my PLC is the nightlight feature. So this is based on a time event. When it is night time, then if you open the garage side gate, the light will come on. If you set off the motion sensor in the garage, the light will come on. Or if someone enters the driveway, then the driveway light will come on. And you can also manually turn the light on using your mobile phone and the web interface. And after 3 minutes, the light automatically turns itself off.